I am Karan Kochar, Head of Marine People at Maersk. I was also a seafarer and have been a captain in our fleet. Gender diversity has been and continues to be a priority for us at Maersk, and we are proactively working towards greater gender representation. And that's why today's discussion is so important. Today is the International Day for Women in Maritime, and we are going to be talking to some women seafarers to learn more about their journey as they embarked on a career at sea. Welcome to the first session of Equal at Sea. Today, we have with us a truly exceptional pair of women seafarers from Maersk from India. Arushi and Lavanya, welcome and thank you for being here. Let's start by getting to know the two of you a little better. Let's start with you, Lavanya.
Hi, my name is Lavanya and I'm a third mate with Maersk. I have a total sea experience of around 10 years. I'm from Delhi. I love photography, I love singing, I love dancing. I'm the first woman seafarer from my family, and thank you so much, Karan, for giving me this opportunity here today. I'm really excited to be here.
And Arushi?
Hi Karan, this is Arushi Tyagi. I'm a second officer sailing with Maersk Line from past 7 years. I live in Mumbai, brought up in Mumbai. My father is a seafarer, so I belong to a second generation of seafaring background, but first female from my family who's joining this profession.
Great. A very crucial intent of today's discussion is to understand the inhibitions, challenges, and hurdles that you might have faced in your career when you embarked on this journey, and the motivation that kept you going despite being, let's say, an unconventional career choice. I think that would really help clarify a lot of concerns that young aspiring women seafarers may have and maybe motivate them to join this career, and not just as a viable choice, but maybe a preferred choice. So, to start off, the most obvious question on everybody's mind: of all the thousands of career options that you had out there, why did you choose the Merchant Navy? And let's start off with completing the sentence, dash is the reason I joined the Merchant Navy. Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only. Okay, so I guess free food, free meals for 3 times per day, and I don't get to cook.
Great reason.
Yeah.
For me, I guess a husband not dancing on the top of my head 24/7. That would be the perfect answer, and I'm sure everybody will agree. Most of them will agree.
Yeah. I agree with you.
I'm not going to say anything. But on a more serious note, Lavanya, we know that you wanted to be a pilot. That's something I had also dreamt of as a kid. So how did things turn out? How did you land over here? How did your aircraft land into the ocean? Tell us.
Yeah, well, I always wanted to do something different and challenging. I have a couple of friends who are sailors, so I approached them and I did my own research. I Googled around and I found out that this profession is pretty lucrative. You get to travel the world, get to breathe the fresh air, scenic beauty, beautiful sunrise, sunset. So these all factors led me into, joining this profession.
And Arushi, you wanted to be a doctor. This is a very different line of work than the medical profession. So what changed? How did you get here?
Yeah, Karan, that's correct. I wanted to be a doctor, but at home, my father is from the seafaring profession. He was always on the move, always on the go, packing his bags after his vacation, going on board for 3 months, then coming back home. So that's the life I always wanted, to be always on the move, always on the go, not 9 to 5 job,
And I recall as I came closer to my graduation from school, I met some seniors who had recently joined this profession, and I was lured in by the promise of a lucrative career, traveling the world, being financially independent at a young age, and not too much of studies. I was definitely wrong about the last part.
Yeah.
And Arushi, you mentioned that your father had an influence over your decision to join the Merchant Navy. And in India, a family or the extended family gets very involved with our decision making, especially when it comes to career choices at this stage. So how did your parents react when you told them the first time that this is the profession I choose and this is what I want to do?
Actually, my father was more persistent for me to join this profession. So he was quite supportive in that case. But my mother, she was a bit apprehensive that my daughter shouldn't be joining this profession, as in future she might have an issue while getting married. But later on she came around and now she's more supportive than my father.
Wow, that's great. Lavanya, how about you? How did your parents react?
Yeah, well, my mother was really, really supportive. But coming to my father, he was really taken aback by this decision of mine to join Merchant Navy. He was concerned, basically, the first and foremost safety on board ship. He was really concerned that I would be going far away, different part of the world. How will I contact my family in case of emergency? How they are going to contact me? And several other questions related to my security and safety on board.
How did you convince them to go ahead?
Well, it was pretty hard for me initially to convince. My dad, I made him speak to my sailor friends. I made him see some videos, photos. I explained to him that, this is a lucrative career and I will become financially independent at an early age. And as far as safety is concerned, there is no such problem that exists here. We are very, very safe on ships. So somehow I managed to join my first ship. I came back and he got to know everything, that whatever I was saying was the truth. And yeah, so here I am today.
As a parent myself, I think most of these concerns are quite valid. And I can tell you that at Maersk, we are very cognizant of these facts, and providing a safe, diverse, and inclusive working environment for all our colleagues at sea is a top priority. Everyone has a right to be safe and feel safe at work, free of harassment, bullying, and discriminations.
So Karan, you are an ex-seafarer and you have a daughter, right? So how about when she grows up and she asks you to join Merchant Navy, what would be your reaction?
Interesting question. I'm very clear on this. What she wants to do with her life, her career decision is her choice. Of course, she'll be supported by her family and her parents, but it is ultimately her decision. So if she chooses to join the Merchant Navy, by all means, I will support it. In fact, I have an interesting story to share about this. My daughter, when she was 4 years old, she had gone on a school trip to a cruise vessel. And as part of the activities on board, one of them was to wear different costumes. And all the girls were given princess costumes and the boys were given a captain's uniform to wear. And my daughter, and I'm very proud of this, she refused to wear the princess costume and insisted and threw a tantrum until she was allowed to wear the captain's uniform.
That's great.
Amazing.
We take a lot of pride in being part of this organization, and we put our employees' well-being first. One of our core values is our employees. So what motivated the both of you to join Maersk?
For me, safety of women has always been a top priority. My father, belonging to the same background, had always heard that Maersk Line is a very good company for women seafarers. So that what pushed me to join Maersk Line.
I completely agree with your father. And Lavanya?
Well, I was always mesmerized by this beautiful blue-looking ship, and I heard from my sailor friends about this company, and I really wanted to be associated with it. I heard about the safety culture that we practice here on board. The working environment is very good. And I used to see, while driving on the road, we used to see Maersk containers. I was really fascinated by looking at it, and I was like, yes, I want to be here someday.
Today, we have a lot of aspiring seafarers watching this conversation who are interested to join the Merchant Navy as an officer. The entry process and training requirements to join the Merchant Navy have been evolving over the years. I recently visited one of the training institutes and was really blown away by the advancement of education, the use of technology, teaching age, bridge simulators, the technology labs. It has really come a long way. So Arushi, how was your college experience?
To be honest, it was surreal, and the positive outlook of the faculty as well as my batchmates and my seniors was there with me throughout my 3 years of training period there. While talking about the technology as well as education system there, you're right. Nowadays we have bridge simulators. My institute had a mock ship so that at least we can experience how the real ship looks like from inside. So training wise, it is still helping me on board as well as while appearing for my competency exams. So it has been a blessing that I studied from that institute.
That's really cool. Lavanya, how was your experience?
Well, things are really better now, but back in the time when I was in college, I was a single girl and there were 700 men, my colleagues.
Wow, 700
yeah, my batchmates.
men.
Yeah. So, but then it was very normal. I never felt any kind of discrimination or left out. People were very supportive. The faculty was very supportive, and all the work was distributed equally, and we were treated equals.
Is it the same now in the colleges with the ratios?
The ratios, absolutely not. Nowadays, more and more girls are coming up and joining Merchant Navy. So people now know, girls know.
I mean, I had 18 of my seniors when I joined in the first year.
Okay.
So I did my training about 7 years back. So I guess things have really changed. She did her training like 10 years back.
Yeah.
So yeah, more females are coming in.
That's good to know. At least things are moving in the right direction.
Yes.
So we talked about your experience in college. But after college, you went on board. You went on board for the first time. What was that experience like? Was it what you expected, or was it something totally different, Lavanya?
So far as I can remember, I was really, really excited to join the ship. And as soon as I went on the jetty, I saw this beautiful, majestic ship, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is it. This is my dream come true, and this is where I wanted to be." And I was so happy. I was so overwhelmed. I just immediately called up my mom, and I was showing her around the ship, and I just couldn't stop smiling. And for me, this is a moment I will remember for the rest of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Arushi, was it the same for you?
I was nervous, anxious, but excited as soon as I was getting up the gangway. I guess I was getting jittery. My heart was pounding, but I was still excited, like, okay, I've done my 3 years training, and now I'm here. Okay, those training will come in handy on board. Let's see how the real ship looks like, how to work on such a big ship would look like.
Yeah, I remember my first time also being really overwhelmed by the size of the vessel, the machinery, the equipment, and I was really shocked to see that how just 20 people can manage such a large ship. But when you went on board the first time and you met the crew and the captain, what was that experience like? Was it something? Was it a big surprise?
Yeah, it was a really big surprise for me. I thought that the captain is supposed to look like those old men and with a big beard, and so I thought he's going to be very strict. So, but then when I joined and I saw him, I was like, oh my God, such a young captain, and I was so surprised. He was really comforting, and he explained everything, and it was really, really nice. I wasn't expecting it at all. So, but then I felt really good. I felt safe, and I felt I was in good hands.
Arushi?
Crew were friendly. I was greeted by the second officer. He was Indian. He was friendly. He was really helping me out with everything. And then I met the captain. His approach was quite soft. Like, okay, this person is the first time on board. We'll give her time to settle in. And I felt included. I felt accepted by all the people. Earlier, I thought maybe if I'm a female amongst 24 men, I won't be, included. But that wasn't the case.
Great. So, talking more about your early days on board, what's your fondest memory from that time?
Well, for me, I think from my last ship, it would be my birthday celebrations on board. I just woke up. I didn't realize I went on watch, and I saw on the bridge chart table that there is a gift and a card lying down, and then it was a huge happy birthday, and I was like, oh my God, okay, thank you. And then the entire day, captain kept a barbecue party, and there was dancing, singing, and a lot of games we played, and it was amazing. I think it was the best birthday ever.
What about you, Arushi?
I have had many good memories, but so my chief cook made sure that he cooks all the dishes and the cakes and everything, which is my favorite, like red velvet cake, like butter chicken and butter naan, which is one of my favorite dish. He had a big feast ready in the mess room, and everybody obviously came down and celebrated my birthday with cake cutting. So that was really a very special moment for me.
Yeah, I think butter chicken is a great way to celebrate your birthday.
Yes, definitely.
Moving on from your early days on board, you have both now spent a significant amount of years now at sea. So, one big question for our audience is, what is it like to be a woman on board? Lavanya?
Well, I believe that there is no difference at all. I don't feel any different. We are all treated equally. The tasks are divided equally among the crew members. So, yeah, it just feels normal, like we are staying on land, you and me, everyone together. That's how I feel on ship.
I completely agree with her on this point that there is no difference at all on board. If you do differentiation between people, I mean, it won't really, it won't do justice to other men on board also, other people on board also, if you just focus on one person just because of the gender.
Exactly. I would like to add upon that there is no such preference given to women that, take more rest or work lesser. So that is equality exists.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
So there's some perceptions and myths about this industry that we get a lot from pop culture, and we like to talk about some of these. One is the living conditions on board. There is a perception that the living conditions are not hygienic, not safe. It's very dirty with oil and grease everywhere. It's unsanitary. What's the reality of it?
What it seems like, what other people tell, these are all rumors, I feel. Because I've been on board for 7 years and I've never ever sailed on such a vessel or such a condition.
Yeah, I completely agree with her. We have a personal space and the water is very clean and sanitation conditions are pretty good. And the galley is very clean, the food is very hygienic, the equipments are working fine, everything is perfect.
That's good. What about medical facilities? What happens if one of you gets sick on board the vessel? How are you treated? Who looks after you?
We have a certified medical officer on board, which is mostly the chief officer who has done the advanced medical training. Obviously, if somebody falls ill, he'll be the one treating that person. But otherwise, if the illness is quite prolonged or quite serious, we have radio medical advice. That means we can just approach the shore for some medical advice, or maybe at the next port, we can visit a specific doctor who will look after you and prescribe you some medicines. If not, you can sign off. You can sign off if you're really not well.
And also we have designated hospital
Yes.
on board the ships.
Yes.
We have medicines and whatever we need in case of an emergency.
And it is as per the government regulation,
Yeah.
the international regulation.
Exactly.
That's what we call IMO.
Yes.
Great, I think you cleared that up really well. There's also a strong perception that you need strength to work in this line, and that women are physically not strong enough to enter or to work in this line of work. What's your thoughts on that?
Not at all. This is a wrong perception. We don't have to prove our strength on board.
Yeah, right.
So we have to use a presence of mind. And
Common sense.
Common sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So we have tools on board. We have to make use of them and teamwork. Follow teamwork. Use the proper technique. Use your tools. It's like basically TTT. Yeah. Tools, technique, teamwork.
And I guess our training institute has given us enough trainings for
Yeah.
the 3 years or maybe 1 year that we can really use our own mind to how to carry the equipments, the heavy equipments. For example, we have specific, trolleys to carry some things from one point A to point B.
Yeah.
So I guess the maritime training comes in handy too while working on board.
True.
Definitely. There's also an image of sailors that they're drunkards, they're unruly, unkempt on board the ship. How's that in reality?
It's not true at all. Firstly, we have zero alcohol policy. We have zero alcohol policy in Maersk line, not a drop of alcohol you can have on board.
Adding to that, Maersk conducts unannounced alcohol tests on board.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so you have no scope of drinking or, keeping a alcohol bottle with you.
Yeah.
You cannot possess that at all.
Not even a drop.
Not even a drop.
Okay, I feel ancient when I say this, but when I was sailing on board ships, internet was barely just starting. And to keep in touch with friends and family, we had to use very expensive satellite phone calls, and we used to do that once or twice in a month. Things have come a long way in the last decade. So how's it now on board? What's the internet like? Are you able to keep in touch with your family, Arushi?
Yeah, every day I guess I call my parents, my friends up. I try to keep in touch, but they are the ones who are busy and not picking up my calls or answering to my messages, and I feel really bad about it. But Coming to the question, yeah, the internet is quite good. Like, you can speak to your family every day. And also, if I have any doubt in regards to my profession, if the books are not giving me those answers, I just go to the search engine and just type my question then, and kaboom, the answer is there.
Yeah, I would like to add something to that, Maersk is one of the companies in the market today that provides a free unlimited internet.
Yeah.
So that really adds up to
Yes,
this.
definitely.
Yeah, right? People want to be connected and want internet access.
Yes.
And all our equipments are synced with the internet, so, we can update it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the internet has to be really good and
Really
fast.
good. And
at
it is
least.
good.
It is good. It
Yeah.
is good.
So you spend all your time doom scrolling on Instagram?
No, we also work.
Free
We
time
also
only.
work. Free time only.
Free time
Yeah. We are
only.
not allowed to go on bridge with the phone.
Yeah.
Mind you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know. All right, so another thing that everybody, even who speaks to me, knowing that I'm in the Merchant Navy, wants to ask me about is, isn't there a danger of pirates? Did you encounter pirates, or did you encounter any storms? Like, what was your experience? This is what we see in all the movies, right? Captain Phillips and The Perfect Storm. So, Arushi, what's your experience here?
I guess the company has particular regulations in place for such incident. I guess so. Yeah, it is there. Like, it's there. And also we have armed guards, the facility to at least hire armed guards on board when we are passing like Gulf of Guinea, near Nigeria, or Gulf of Aden. And also we have the Navy envoy, which follows us, especially in those areas. From the shore side, they are always tracking us, always monitoring us where the ship is. We have to send some reports. So yes, in that way, it helps. It really helps from such situations, such unfortunate situations.
Yeah.
And what about storms? Have you encountered any storms where you've been frightened for your life?
Yeah, we have come across a couple of storms in my past sailing, but ships are built to withstand, such kind of storms. And obviously, because nowadays, today's technology, we have weather reporting systems. We
yes.
get to know beforehand.
Yes, yes.
So we
they
can
give
avoid.
you an advice or
Advice.
how to pass through the certain area where the storm is approaching.
We can avoid it.
Yeah, avoid it.
Yeah, we can avoid it and not enter that area at all.
A lot of our audience, wonders what a typical day on board a ship looks like. Is it, a lot of people think it is very monotonous and you have nothing to do, to get through the hours of the day. But what does it look like in reality, Lavanya?
Yeah, well, being a third mate, I have to get up in the morning at 7 o'clock. And as I said, I love music, so music gives me a high on energy. I play loud music and I get energized. I start my day, get freshen up, I get dressed, have my breakfast, go on bridge. 8 to 12 is my watch. That's when I navigate the ship. I'm on bridge and I take care of the equipments. And post that, 12 o'clock, I have my lunch. So post lunch, I go on deck and I take care of the firefighting equipments on board. I take care of the hydrants and the fire extinguishers, all the maintenance work I carry out. And I get free around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So after that, I take a nap, wake up fresh in the evening. I really look forward to my personal time in the evening after dinner. 5:30 is the dinner time. After dinner in the evening, I prefer going to the lounge or play pool, play TT, and chit-chat with my colleagues or watch a movie, sing karaoke. Have you done that?
No, never.
Never?
No.
Karaoke just really calms me down and yeah. And yeah, then again, it's time for my watch, 8 to 12 again. And yeah, that cycle keeps repeating.
From the
Nice.
top of my
And
head.
coming to what does your typical day look like?
I just take over from third officer, maybe he or she. They finish their watch at midnight and I take over from midnight to morning 4 o'clock. That's like a graveyard shift, I would say. And we are also sometimes known as vampire because we are awake in the period, like owls or vampires are awake usually. So I'm done with my morning watch. That's the first watch of the day. At 4 o'clock in the morning, then obviously I go to sleep. You're tired or sometimes go to the mess room to make some breakfast. That's my breakfast time. And then, yeah, I go on deck for my routine maintenance. Like she said, she has firefighting equipments, which I don't have anymore. I'm doing the life-saving equipments, which includes the lifeboats and your fancy life rafts with all the equipment inside. So I just have to go through the basic, if it's in the good working condition, if it's ready to be used in the emergency situation, that's the topmost priority.
Yeah.
Then when I'm done, I have my lunch, if I have time, if I'm done with my work. And then I go on the bridge, obviously take over again from the third officer in the afternoon, 12 o'clock. And then I'm done, I'm just waiting when it will be 1600, 4 o'clock in the evening, and I'm done with the day and I just unwind. I clean my room, I'm a cleanliness freak. I clean my room with the music going on in the background and make that cabin just home-like, just feel like, it's my own personal space, my own room at my house, at my place.
Yeah.
We also talked about traveling the world, seeing the world. So, do you get to do that when you go to different ports in different countries? Do you get to see them, experience different cultures?
Yes, absolutely. If shore leave is allowed in that country, absolutely we go out.
I guess COVID has really
COVID really
made it impossible, but I guess right now many ports are opening up. But before that also, we were able to go to the ports. Like when we are joining, if the vessel is delayed, which we are very happy about.
Yeah.
Vessel has delayed to arrive at that particular port. So just go around and visit the places, just experience the local cuisines.
Shopping.
Shopping.
Yeah.
And do you have any special memories from shore leaves when you went to a new country or a new port for the first time?
Yeah, I remember my favorite port, till now is Cape Town. I've been to the Tabletop Mountain, you must have seen while the
South
vessel...
Africa.
Yeah, South Africa, while the vessel is passing through. It's also known as tablecloth when the cloud comes on. So I've been there on the top and the view was amazing. And I like Cape Town because many of the people already know me there, especially the restaurant people where I go and eat every time I go there. They remember my name, they still talk to me. They are on my Facebook, they are on my WhatsApp contacts. So you do make friends when you go to different places or cities.
Yeah, you get to know.
What about you, Lavanya? Have you been to any exotic places?
Exotic places, I won't say exotic, but yeah, I've been to Ireland and it's known for its green beauty. It's so beautiful and it's really amazing. The food is really nice and the people are very friendly. People are very gentle when they talk. And yes, of course, because I'm a shopping freak, I went to US. I think every time my ship went to US, I went out and I did a lot of shopping. The limited time we have on board, so we have 6 hours basically. So during that time, we have to go, come back, do whatever you feel like, and then back on ship, you have to start working again.
So Lavanya, you talked about shopping in the US, obviously from the money that you earn. The Merchant Navy is known for its good salary packages. Is that really still true?
Absolutely, it is very true. You earn in dollars and you spend in rupees. And the best part is you don't have to pay any taxes.
For me, I guess the best part is that I can afford a comfortable living.
Yeah.
For me as well as my own family. I guess that would be the answer for most of the people in this profession.
So Arushi, what did you do the first time the US, your salary came into the account, you got your dollars coming into your bank? What did you do with your first salary?
My vessel used to pass through Singapore Strait and I used to see a very huge building. Other people also used to see it and they were very fascinated with that and I tried having a look through the binoculars. That was a building with the ship shape on the top of it. Somebody told me that there's an infinity pool there. I guess that's the world's largest infinity pool. So I thought about, someday I'll visit that place. So after I started earning and, my first salary, I treated my parents. I booked a room there.
Wow, I'm sure your parents would have loved that.
Yeah, definitely.
So Lavanya, what about you? What do you do with your salary?
Apart from being a shopaholic, I saved up quite a bit and I actually got married. I sponsored my own wedding and that's a huge thing in our Indian society.
Yeah.
Girls generally don't sponsor.
You feel empowered, right?
Yeah, I felt empowered. I feel proud of myself and my friends are proud of me. Everybody I tell, they are proud of me. So yeah, this profession has given me that sense of financial independence. So yeah, I'm proud of it.
So what inspires you to, go back to ship, to continue in this profession, to pack your bags, say bye-bye to your friends and family and go and join a ship, every tenure?
I guess for me, peace of mind is a big priority. I guess everybody nowadays are more focusing towards mental health and peace of mind. So sailing on board gives me a very good detox from people, from social media, from pollution, I would say, because the skies are clear on board and you breathe fresh air.
Yeah.
Peace of mind is for topmost priority for me. Then I get detox, and then I feel like going back home, meet my family as well as friends. And then again, after I'm done, I go back on board again. So that's the motivation.
Yeah, true.
Lavanya?
Yeah, for me, I think it would be my husband. He's in the same profession. He is a chief officer. He is, I think, one of the best officers that I have come across so far, and I want to be like him. I'm inspired by the way he, conducts himself. I want to be like him one day. Yeah.
Great. And, on that note, what are your future aspirations?
I think I would like to be a captain one day, and
Yeah,
sail a
same.
ship.
I guess same.
Take
We
command.
are both deck side, so yeah, we would like to be captains, and in the same way, we'll motivate our juniors, our
Yes.
colleagues on board, so that they feel they have a safer environment on board, and they can
Exactly.
look up to us, come to us if they have any issues or any discomfort while they're sailing on board. So that's the thing, captain.
Nice. And lastly, what advice would you give to your younger self, and what advice would you give to all the aspiring women seafarers out there today?
Well, to all the other aspiring women seafarers, I would like to say that never give up, work hard, face your fears. There is positive and negative in every job, so look at the brighter side, look at the positive side always. And don't think you are less than anyone else. Work harder to achieve your goals. And also, I would like to add that, it's not impossible. It is I am possible.
I am
So,
possible. Right?
yeah, work hard. Be confident.
Be confident.
Exactly.
For me, believe in yourself. I mean, you can do wonders if you believe in yourself. Have that confidence to carry yourself. Like you own the room. When you walk into a room, you should be like, I'm the boss, I'm the queen. I own this room,
Like
So-
you're owning the room right now.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Of course we are.
Of course we are, yes.
course
Of course we are. Yeah, we are the queens.
Yeah.
Great. On that note, I'd like to thank both of you for joining us, sharing your insights, your perspectives, and
you.
hopefully clarifying a few myths about this profession and inspiring hundreds and thousands of young women out there. You guys are heroes. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
If you are looking forward to work in the Merchant Navy, then like any other field, you will need specialized training and education. Courses available to join the Merchant Navy are BSc in Nautical Science, BE in Marine Engineering. Another avenue to join is through the ETO course. That's the Electrical Officer course. Through the ETO course, you should have completed a diploma or a degree in electrical engineering. To join Maersk, we have an association with a college called AMIT, Academy of Maritime Education and Training, based in Chennai, where all the above courses are available. Upon successful completion of the training course, all students will embark upon their cadetship on board our vessels. Once your onboard training of 12 months is completed, you can apply for a certificate of competency through the Government of India, which will essentially give you your license to work on board ships as a third officer, fourth engineer, or ETO. For more details on joining Maersk, click on the link in the description.